But then after I won high learning, I saw how far I could go and like how powerful I was, and I could reach anything I want to do. So I was like, okay, fine, we're gonna go for Miss Tanzania. And I was like really, like I manifested for the crown. I was like, yes, the crown is going to be mine. So thank God. People will be very encouraging, very supporting, hoping that you will win. But after you win, it's like they're not happy with, they don't want things to change, because after you win, everything changes. You're different, I wouldn't say you're better than someone else, but you're at a higher place than some of the people. Your peers, you're a bit higher. So after you win, you feel the energy just shifts and it becomes different. So now people don't want you to move forward. They were with you before, but now that you've won, you've proved to them that I can do it. It's really good to learn everything that you're taught, but also it has to reach a time where you have to unlearn everything that you were brought up with and find yourself, find your own path, find your own career, find your own passion, because at the end of the day, it's your life. You're accountable for it, nobody else. So it's good for you to know what you really want, who you really are. So, because sometimes it's really hard. You look at your other rival, she's like really good, she's eloquent, she's good looking, she has everything. So sometimes you get the fear, but yeah, you have to just come back, stay in focus, come back. The competition is against yourself and not anybody else. Always remembering that was a bit hard, because it was, at the end of the day, it's a competition. But it has to reach a point where you can't go with everyone along your journey. You have to leave some people behind. And people need to understand that you're not supposed to be in someone's life forever. You come as a lesson, you come as, I would say, a blessing. Yes, you come as a trial, as a challenge. So you have to be able to let people go in order to move on. Because a friend of everyone is an enemy to himself, to him, herself.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Make It On Destiny podcast, the podcast that empowers you to shape your future. Today we're joined with a very pretty lady, and this episode is mostly for you pretty ladies as well that are all out there. So without further ado, let me just let Mussa give a little word or two before we give the floor to the pretty lady here, and you guys will find out who she is in a few minutes.
As you said, today is the day for pretty ladies. I think we should just jump into it. So guys, just like, subscribe, and leave a comment to the pretty lady, however you wish. Let's get right into it.
Hello Tracy.
Hi.
So, who is Tracy? First of all, congratulations for winning Miss Tanzania.
Thank you so much.
Oh, by the way guys, she is Miss Tanzania 2023. That means she's Miss Tanzania 2023. Guys, it's a very, very big thing. And out of all the pretty ladies in Tanzania, she's basically the prettiest in Tanzania. But moving on, yes, who's Tracy?
Okay, Tracy Nabukera. As you say, it is Miss Tanzania 2023, but also holding the crown for Miss High Learning. Yes, that I also won in March 2023. But many people also know me as a model. I started modeling, was it in 2021? And apart from that, I'm in uni at the University of Dar es Salaam taking theater arts. So basically that's a bit about me. I'm pretty sure we'll get to know more as we go on.
Stay tuned till the end to find out more about Tracy and how she got to win the Miss Tanzania. And what did you say the other thing was? Miss High Learning.
Yes,
Miss High Learning. I didn't know what that was. What is Miss High Learning?
So Miss High Learning is a beauty pageant contest specifically for all the beautiful ladies who are in university. So so you have to be in university to be able to compete. So yes, so luckily I also won Miss High Learning this year in March.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So did you win Miss High Learning first and then Miss Tanzania?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Mussa, I think we should take some applications for Mr. Tanzania.
Miss Tanzania.
Mr. Tanzania.
Yeah, actually I've seen something like that, Miss Tanzania, but you'll be surprised, They look at some people like who have six-pack, who are buffed.
Do you think I'll be able to win if I want to join Mr. Tanzania?
Yeah, bro. I think you can do anything that you want if you put your mind into it.
That's not a clear answer. That's just you motivating. Do you think I'd win?
100%.
Yes. Anyways, moving forward. So you mentioned that this whole thing came about from fashion and modeling.
Yeah.
So what's the earliest memory that you have that made you get into fashion and modeling?
The earliest memory, I remember I always liked fashion design. I always wanted to be a fashion designer, so I used to sketch or draw some simple designs, and I used to stick them on my wall with bubble gum. So mom would always she'd always come back, she'd always be yelling Tracy, you're ruining the walls and everything, but she'd always leave the photos and the sketches on the wall. So growing up, every day when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, this is my dream, this is what I want to do. So moving on, I've always had the focus on fashion design. So I started a short course at Ali Ramtula, and I didn't finish to the end because of school. I was at high school at the same time, then I was taking the course, I couldn't finish. So one of the students there, she told me, like, Tracy, I really want you to model for my collection, because everybody had to do a collection at the end. So I was really excited because everyone was like, Tracy, you should do modeling, Tracy, you should do these beauty contests, but I really wasn't into it at that time. I was like really focused into fashion design. So I tried it out, I really liked it. It really changed my perspective about everything. Generally, it gave me so much exposure. So from there is when now the passion for fashion and beauty came at the same time. So I remember it was this year, I was at January, my friends were like, Tracy, you need to contest for higher learning first before you go for Miss Tanzania. I was like, guys, it's too early. I'll wait like till I finish uni, because I knew I'd finish uni when I'm like still young, like 23. It's like I still have time. They're like, no, just try your luck, you never know. So I was like, okay, fine, let's do it. At first I was really anxious about it. I wasn't really sure. I was like, okay, let's go try it out. But then after I won high learning, I saw how far I could go and like how powerful I was, and I could reach anything I want to do. So I was like, okay, fine, we're gonna go for Miss Tanzania. And I was like really, like, I manifested for the crown. I was like, yes, the crown is going to be mine. So thank God it came back.
I saw behind the off cameras, obviously, I asked you when you joined Miss Tanzania, do you think you're gonna win? And to be honest, Mussa, it's what the girls need, confidence. She said, as soon as I joined, I knew I was gonna win. I mean, looking at all the pretty ladies, and then you just go there and like, yeah, I'm just gonna win. The confidence is needed. Do you think confidence is key when it comes to wanting to become Miss Tanzania or to achieve any of this Miss High Learning and everything?
Yeah, confidence is key, because you have to believe in yourself before anybody else believes in you. Because the times everybody has their own person they like, everybody has their own fans. So like when we used to have these small fast tracks, let's say top model talent, people would bring so many people, like audience. Kwa akipita mtu wa kwanza, everybody is like clapping, so like sasa itakuwaje? Alafu ukipita wewe unasikia kabisa the applause inapungua. Kwa sometimes it's really discouraging, like so you have to know kwamba you're gonna do it. Like the most important thing, I would say discipline. Discipline is key, because if you don't have discipline, the confidence won't help, the motivation won't help. So we have to set something. I'm gonna do it, then I'm gonna have to do it. No excuses. No, you can take breaks, like no excuses. You have to finish what you started. Yeah,
true.
As you know, we always talk about being disciplined in this channel. So if you're disciplined, you can accomplish anything, right? I even posted a quote the other day talking about discipline, that even if you lay a single brick every day and you do it long enough, at the end of the day, you'll find yourself that you have made a pyramid. So discipline and consistency is the key. So Montey, inspiration is everywhere, and we are all inspired by someone or something. I remember even the richest man in the world right now, actually he's the richest man ever, right? Elon Musk. One day he was asked, like, you inspire a lot of people in the world, a lot of people want to be like you, but who are you inspired by? Remember he said Kanye West, obviously, right? So everyone takes inspiration somewhere, right? So coming to you, Tracy, you are a model and you used to like drawing, and then you moved into beauty and became Miss Tanzania. So what inspired you to move from modeling and drawing to become Miss Tanzania?
Okay, so early on, from when I started like drawing and sketching and like the love for fashion, I always took it as a part for me to be able to dream. It was like a place where I could imagine and bring my imaginations to life when I drew them on paper. So that was like an inspiration for me to always keep going. I knew I could dream as much as I can. I could be delusional as much as I want, because at the end of the day, it's really good to be delusional just a bit, to be able to like go to where you are. So I would usually like just stick to my dream. I would find inspiration mostly through my mom. My mom is, I would say, not rebellious, but she knows what she wants and she's going to get it. Like, she's not moved with other people's opinions and everything, and she was very supportive. So seeing my mom fight and struggle for our dreams, because she's a single mom, so she's always done everything by herself. She's our mom, she's our dad at the same time, and she's always been supportive. She never made the excuse like, because I'm a single parent, I can't be there all the time. So she was very strong. She was a very strong pillar. My designs, she never threw them away. She would always bring them. If it was anything to do with my career, my dream, she was always there. She was very supportive. She would believe in me more than I could believe in myself. So I really think my mom is like my really big inspiration. She's really strong. I look at her, I look up to her. I hope that one day I can live up to my dreams and become at least half the version she is. So she's my biggest inspiration, because she was always there from the start. Even when nobody understood what I was saying, she would always understand.
Shout out to Mama Tracy, man.
Yeah, but we are used like, for females, they're always connected by their dads, and they're always inspired by their dads. But you're inspired by your mom. So why is it like that?
Okay, so I didn't grow up with my dad. He passed away when I was like still very young. So I've always grown up with mom alone. So I don't have the experience of having a dad, but I really know wherever he is, he's really proud. And I'm pretty sure I get some inspiration from him. I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure I get some inspiration from him. But yeah, so I was raised by my mom.
Shout out to him as well.
Yeah.
But Tracy is out there watching after you.
So moving forward, obviously, to be honest, a lot of people are inspired by their moms and their dads, as you said. Who inspires you, Mussa?
I inspire myself, bro.
So obviously that's the type of environment that you grew in.
Yeah.
So obviously since growing up, you went to school, you went to high school, you went to uni. So what type of, like, how did that environment help you come up to where you are right now, to Miss Tanzania and Miss Higher Learning?
Okay, starting from family, obviously my mom and like my other relatives, they're very supportive. So I wasn't raised in that very strict African household. Yeah, I was allowed to go try new things. If you want to try something, go ahead. You fail, you learn from it. Yeah, but also in school, I would say I wouldn't brag and say I was smart, but I was like one of the best performing students in school. So once you do something like really good, there's that trust people put in you, that they know like, okay, I'm gonna give this to Tracy, she's going to ace it, she's gonna do it. So I grew up in an environment where people believed in me and knew that I had potential to do something really good. So overall, my experience in high school, secondary, primary, even university, for the small time that I went before I postponed, I've always had this welcome environment of people believing me and knowing that I have big potential. That has helped me overall, like to step out of my comfort zone and to do it.
Talking about people believing in yourself, obviously it's a very big factor in doing some things. But at the same time, do you just take in what people believe in you? Like, do you listen to other people, or do you do what you want to do and to get it? Because obviously there's some things that you're going to be doing, not everyone's going to be supporting you. So do you care what other people think?
I used to. I'm not going to lie. I used to. I'm pretty sure everybody goes through that phase where everybody's perceptions is like really important. Like it reached a point, was it last year? I was going through a really, really hard time, and I felt like everybody around me was just, they weren't making sense. Like, I wanted to do this, but everybody's telling me to do something else. So that was the time I had to unlearn. They say it's really good to learn everything that you're taught, but also it has to reach a time where you have to unlearn everything that you were brought up with and find yourself, find your own path, find your own career, find your own passion, because at the end of the day, it's your life. You're accountable for it, nobody else. So it's good for you to know what you really want, who you really are. So basically, I would say, yeah, believing in yourself is like really, really important, because sometimes nobody's gonna get what you want to do, but as long as you look at yourself in the mirror and you like what you see, that's enough. Other people's opinions, nah.
Mussa, you're smiling. Did that comment move you the way she was talking?
I like the way she explained, because you have to believe yourself before anyone else does, right? And you don't have to care about what other people say about you, because someone can come to you and insult you. We have seen this a lot. Like, we're trying to give like valuable content to people, and some people come and talk shit and insult us. Most people, something they say to you, it shows who they are, but not who you are, right? So if you believe in yourself, you won't take those negativities from other people. So believing in yourself is a key to happiness, is a key to successful life, and the key to be confident in life.
Shout out to all the people that believe in themselves. If you don't believe in yourself, man, take the first step and believe in yourself in whatever you're doing. End of the day, you're born by yourself in this world, you die by yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Because end of the day, even talking about the parents, if you don't show some sort of like belief that you believe in yourself, I don't think your parents are going to believe in you. Obviously, that's their parents, they have that sort of belief. Like,
True.
if I'm there, like, but I can't do this. How are you? If you can't push yourself, no one's going to push you. Push yourself, you get pushed. But yeah, believe in yourself, man. It will take you far in life. As I said earlier, first of all, congratulations for being Miss Tanzania.
Thank you.
But I know becoming Miss Tanzania is not easy. Obviously, you're competing, as I said, with a lot of pretty ladies around you. So my question is, what were the main challenges that you faced in getting the crown of becoming Miss Tanzania?
Okay. So the journey for Miss Tanzania started obviously through Miss High Learning, because you have to go through those the smaller contests before you go to Miss Tanzania. So it wasn't really like a huge challenge, but specifically for that time at High Learning, it was like really, really bad. So we had rehearsals, I think, and training, cover training. And so while we were like doing the training, somebody stepped me with their heel on my toe. So like my toenail like actually like had to be taken out. It was really painful, and it was like during the last weeks heading to finals. So you can like understand the stress I was in, because like when people are training, I have to sit down, I just have to watch. Everybody's going, everybody's learning something new, everybody's learning new tricks and everything. So I was a bit stressed. I was afraid I wouldn't be able like to perform well because of the toe, because it was really painful. I missed so many activities. Like thank God I put up the hard work and we were able to do it. So when we went to Miss Tanzania, the boot camp for Miss Tanzania, I was always careful about my toe. Like I didn't want to stay any high heels or anything. So I would say that was one of the challenges. Another challenge I would say is keeping my focus right, because when you enter the competitions, basically you have to know you're competing against yourself, not anyone else. You're competing against the Tracy that was there yesterday. So you have to make sure that you're better than the Tracy for yesterday, make sure that you're better today. So always remembering that focus, that you're not competing against all the other contestants, but you're competing against yourself, was really, really tough, because sometimes it's really hard. You look at your other rival, she's like really good, she's eloquent, she's good looking, she has everything. So sometimes you get the fear, but yeah, you have to just come back, stay in focus, come back. The competition is against yourself and not anybody else. So always remembering that was a bit hard, because it was, at the end of the day, it's a competition. But also reminding myself that I had to move correctly, not fast, because I feel like that's stuff that a lot of people do and they do it wrong. Everybody wants to reach there, like I want to reach there now. I don't want to like wait and go through all the challenges and go through all the setbacks. So I also had to remind myself that I have to move correctly, not fast. So I went with the perception that I didn't want to like go there and like take the crown for the sake of having the crown, but I wanted to win because I had my goals and aspirations that the title Miss Tanzania would help me go through. So the challenges was always reminding myself those two major things. Yeah.
Mussa. No offense, but it's very rare to find a girl that would speak a lot of facts and not any gossips and everything. Because to be honest, she's saying a lot of right things. End of the day, you're not competing against anyone else. You're competing against yourself. As long as I'm better than the person who I was yesterday, that's all you need. Because if I'm going to sit here and look at what Mussa did yesterday and what Mussa's doing today, I'll end up just looking at his life and not focusing on myself. I'm not going to win, and I'll end up being a loser. That's why someone says, when you look in the mirror, that's the only competition that you have. But Mussa, you taking notes?
Yeah, my biggest takeaway here is you don't have to move fast, you have to move correctly. But I can add into that, if you can move fast and correctly, then you're gonna win bigly. On this podcast, we always talk about the importance of having a side hustle. A side hustle can bring you money, or it can also make you get another source of income, right? And when you're doing side hustles, you always gain some very important skills that you can use into your next gigs. As Miss Tanzania here, Tracy, she was doing modeling, she was doing commercials, right? So how did the modeling career and doing commercial helped you when pursuing the Miss Tanzania title?
My modeling career started when I was like 18, I think. Yeah, 18, if I'm mistaken, 19. I was in high school. Niko Aga Mzizima. So I started modeling while I was in Form 6. Everybody was like, Tracy, how to boy, you won't be able to do it. How are you going to balance school and how are you going to balance work at the same time? Like, I just knew I had to just try it. If I couldn't do it, I'll leave it. Like, at least I took the risk. So the experience I got through the modeling and all the other gigs that I've done, I would say it gave me a lot of exposure. I've met so many people. I've learned so much, so many things that I didn't learn in school, things that I don't learn when I'm at home, I learn when I meet so many different people. I've got to acquire so many skills. I would say teamwork skills, because when you're working with so many people, you have to have the tolerance, because everybody has their different mood. Everybody has their different, I would say, things they like. So meeting up with so many different people, you have to know how to navigate. You like your own stuff, they like their own stuff. You have to find a way to work within your differences. Like, one thing also, I would say, networking. I've worked with, I wouldn't say very, very big artists, but very big influential people. I've worked with big companies. I've learned so much. You meet so many successful people. They give you lifetime advice that helps you go a very, very, very long way. So, but one important thing that I would say my modeling career helped is to know who I am, to come back and invest in myself. Because they say you have to work harder on yourself so you can do better in your job. Because you have to be able to be fit. You have to look forward to going to do your job, wake up in the morning. If you're a plumber, if you're a doctor, you have to be happy. You have to be okay within yourself, spiritually, mentally. So doing modeling, you have to look good all the time. You have to look fit, because you're working for brands. You have to sell yourself so that people actually work with you. So it has helped me come back, realize who I am, invest in myself, and it has helped me not, I would say, it's helped me stay on track. Like, I'm not phased so much, because I know who I am and what I want. No matter how the outside noise is gonna come in, no matter how many distractions I got, I've gone through so much, so many downfalls during my work. So it has helped build me. I've gained so many skills. I've gained so much. I've become strong, independent. So going with that same mindset to the competitions has helped me go way, way more further, because I've been through so much. I've gained so many experiences and I've met so many people.
You said that you met a lot of influential people and you got lifetime advice. So speaking about advice, what's the best advice that you got so far in your life?
I've got quite a few. One that I always like to use, it's a quote. It says, "The same boiling water that can turn an egg hard can turn a potato soft." So you have to make sure in every environment that you're in, you dictate the environment and don't let the environment dictate you. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who's supposed to be in control of your life and everything surrounding it. So the moment you let the environment dictate you, you lose your focus on what you want. So now you have to go according to what people around you want from you. So you have to really know on how to take control. And one other thing I think one advice that I've got a lot is, okay, let me remember the quote. It said, the trees and grass grow from the same level, but they're in different lengths. Like, the grass and the trees are far above. So we all start together at one point, but it has to reach a point where you can't go with everyone along your journey. You have to leave some people behind, and people need to understand that you're not supposed to be in someone's life forever. You come as a lesson, you come as, I would say, a blessing. Yes, you come as a trial, as a challenge. So you have to be able to let people go in order to move on, because a friend of everyone is an enemy to him, herself. Yeah. So you have to make sure you know your boundaries.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Obviously, during the competition, you participated in more than one competition. You did Miss Tanzania, you did Miss Higher Learning. I'm sure you did some small ones before that as
Yeah.
well. So during the whole journey, what's something that you did or something that you happened that literally changed your life throughout that journey?
Okay. It was during the top model and talent competitions for Miss Tanzania, and my talent was reciting a poem. So I was reciting Maya Angelo's poem called Still I Rise. So when I was practicing the poem before, like weeks before, I was really nervous. I didn't know if I could get like the whole poem in my head before the day. So I was 50-50. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But then I said, okay, fine, let me just go for it. It's not gonna be that bad. So the moment I stepped on the stage, Mom was like sitting on the front row. Like Mom is always on the front row in every like anything we do, any activity. So she's always there, and she like had like a big poster with my picture on it. It's like Tracy, you can do it. So I don't know like how it happened. I just gained this like confidence. I would say like I knew me just occurred. Like now I knew that I had to put my game on, because I felt like that's when the competitions really started, because everybody's showing this skill, everybody's showing something different that they can bring to the table. So I had to give it my all. I'm really glad people took it like really nicely. I posted it on my page. It got a lot of views. I got, I would say, a lot of connections. So many people came to me afterwards. Some people interested in working with me, saying, you're doing a really good job. Your confidence is way out of, compared to all the other girls. So that night was really transforming for me, because that's when I was really eager. That's when I put all my energy into the competitions. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Mama is always there, number one supporter.
Shout out to all the moms that are supporting their kids, right?
Shout out to future mom here.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Tracy.
Inshallah.
So we all love winning, Here at MYD, we always empathize people to win, because nobody likes losing and no one cares about losers. If you lose, you lost. But even if you win by one, you play football, Montey, Even if you win just by one goal, you get 3 points. It's a win. I remember even the fastest human being alive, Usain Bolt, he used to win by just 1 second, and he gets the gold medal. And the second guy, he gets the silver medal. So winning is very important. Even here at MYD podcast, all we do is win.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Exactly. Because if you win, it gives you some sense of accomplishment. It gives you confidence. So Tracy, obviously you won the Miss Tanzania title. So how has winning that very big title changed your daily life?
Well, a lot has changed. Relationships have changed concerning friends and family or colleagues or like anybody that I've like come across. I would say my value has gone way higher. So like now it's really easy for me to speak up and somebody to listen, because people now recognize, people value you, people know that you have some kind of importance. So it's really easy for me now to communicate my ideas, and I really hope that moving forward I'll be able to bring all my ideas and all my aspirations to life with the setup that I have. But also it's been a bit hectic dealing with, as I said, relationships, because there's two different paths that you take when you're winning, when you're competing for something, I would say. So the first one is people will be very encouraging, very supporting, hoping that you will win. But after you win, it's like they're not happy with, they don't want things to change, because after you win, everything changes. You're different, I wouldn't say you're better than someone else, but you're at a higher place than some of the people, your peers, you're a bit higher. So after you win, you feel the energy just shifts and it becomes different. So now people don't want you to move forward. They were with you before, but now that you've won, you've proved to them that I can do it. They want to like push you back. So trying to explain to people that, I'm really busy, I have schedules, I have to do this, I have responsibilities. Compared to how it was back then, it's a bit hard for people to understand. But then one thing I always I listen to a lot of podcasts. I go through TikTok a lot, so I go through so many stuff. And I came through this video, was Viola Davis, and she said, when it comes to disappointing people and disappointing yourself, always choose to disappoint people as much as you can to make sure that you are at your best state. So it's okay to say no, it's okay to have boundaries, it's okay not to attend a party, it's okay not to see your loved one every single day, because at the end of the day, it's your life. You make your own decisions, you choose what you want. So that's the hectic part. People understanding that now things are a bit different, connections are not like how they used to be. Yeah, I think that's the hardest part.
Obviously, you talked about having responsibilities now. Mm-hmm. So what are the responsibilities that come with you being Miss Tanzania?
Okay, so first is representing my country at the Miss World competitions. Yes, I'll be representing next year. For this year, Halima will be going. It'll be held in India. And so the main purpose for Miss World is to advocate for humanitarian issues via a Beauty with a Purpose project. So as Miss Tanzania, I have to have a Beauty with a Purpose project that I would say deals with finding something that will be a force for good and for development in our country, in our community, but also engaging in community activities, charity works, all the kind. But also after you get the crown, you're like a leader. So you're like a leader to the fellow, I would say, beautiful ladies that are looking up to you, but not just ladies, but also the youth in general. So yeah, you have to make sure you're a voice and you're like a bridge between the people and I would say the government. Yes. So those are the most important roles that you have. But the most important one is the Beauty with a Purpose project. Yeah.
Shout out to Tracy, guys. Oh, shout out to Halima first. She'll be going to Miss World in December, but mostly importantly, shout out to Tracy. She'll be representing us at Miss World.
Yeah, I just hope Steve Harvey won't be the MC that day.
But Steve Harvey is for Miss Universe. He usually hosts Miss Universe.
Oh, not Miss World?
Yeah, not Miss.
What's the difference between Miss World and Miss Universe?
It's just two different.
So the universe isn't like Earth?
It's really good. Yeah, I've also been trying to.
The universe is bigger than Earth.
Okay, but why, if you're winning Miss World, why can I not be Miss Universe?
No, like the world and the universe are two different things. Like when you say the universe, it includes the world, like our planet that we are in, the Earth. So it includes until Mercury, Venus, the Sun. That's the universe. But Miss World, just our world that we live in, right?
So you really think there's no other humans or other creatures in other universes that they allowed? Because I'm getting too deep into this. I have every question, because why? You don't think there's other pretty people in Mercury?
No, Mercury is very hot.
Okay.
Right? So I think there are very hot people over there.
How do you know that there's no one there?
I didn't say there's no one, because I don't think anyone has been to Mercury. But since it's hot, I just assume that the people there are hotter than here.
Anyways, guys, that was what we call banter. You have to banter a little bit. Yeah. So, first of all, good luck going to Miss World. Let me get it right, Miss World. We hope you bring back the crown. And after you bring back the crown, we hope you sit right here and tell us about everything about how it happened. So guys, make sure you guys follow Tracy on all of our social media platforms so that we can support her when she goes to Miss World. Who votes? The judges or us?
Okay, so basically it's the judges who determine the winner, but there's a category for Miss Popularity, Miss Multimedia, if I'm not mistaken. So that's when people also get to vote. So that also helps you get you like a high placement during the competition. So it gives you more credit. Yeah.
So guys, make sure you guys follow our social media platforms. Stay tuned till the end to find out more about Tracy.
There is a very famous quote. For those people who think in dollars, they will know this quote. It says that if you give me 6 hours to cut down a tree, I will spend 4 hours sharpening the axe. Right? That quote is by Abraham Lincoln. If you don't know Abraham Lincoln, he's he was the president of America, and he's the guy whose face is on the $5 bill. That quote explains the importance of planning. I remember, Montey, you even told me, so even your dad, His Excellency Said Othman Yaqub, you told me he always tell you, like, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So planning is very important in life. So what are your immediate plans as Miss Tanzania 2023? And is there any cause that you are planning to pursue as the Miss?
Yes, as I said earlier, I have a really deep passion for fashion design. So basically, that means I have a really deep passion for art in general. And I really want to advocate for the promotion of art in our country. Not just art specifically, but also all the, I would say, creative industries. So production, as you know, the podcast, film, visual arts, architecture, because architecture is also a form of art. So I feel like it still hasn't got the importance, or it hasn't got the spotlight or the prominence that it needs in our country. So I'd really, really like to work on art as a force of good to bring development in our societies. So as I said earlier, I don't want to move fast, I want to move correctly. I'm still planning on what I want to implement correctly, so that when I bring it to life, it brings big changes in our country. So that's one thing that I'm really, really passionate about. Yes, advocating for art.
So I'm guessing, apart from being Miss Tanzania, that's your long-term career.
Yes, it's also a part of my aspirations. Yes. Okay.
And who inspires you in that industry?
Okay, first would be Maya Angelo when it comes to poetry. Another person in the arts industry that really, really motivates me, I would say, is, it's funny, but it's actually my friends who are artists here in Da. I have so many friends. I also have relatives who are actors. One of my cousins is a fashion designer, and it's really nice to see how people go so far to reach for their dreams and actually pursue it. So I'd really say inspiration starts from within, from where I came from, but also people who actually inspired me to go in the beauty industry were actually artists. They were there, they supported me through my whole journey. So it's like a way of paying tribute to my family, because all artists for me are like family. I really like what they do. I appreciate the work that they bring. Yeah.
Obviously, I was talking to you behind camera, being a Miss Tanzania, balancing acts and all.
Yeah.
So, like, is there something that you have to do to stay becoming a Miss Tanzania? Like, you have to make sure your hair's on fleek every time. You have to make sure that whenever you go out, your dress is on point.
Yeah.
What are those things that you have to do? I know the pretty ladies, they are wondering, like, is it every day she has to do this? She has to do her makeup?
Well, obviously yes, because you're already a public figure. You need to look presentable. You need to, because it's not what you say, it's how you say it, it's how you present yourself. So apart from just the role as Miss Tanzania, personally for me, I always like to dress good. I like to make sure my makeup is done, because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel calm. When I feel calm, I have a very productive day, and all my goals are just ticked down my daily goals, my weekly goals. So being able to feel good within myself as appearance, making sure I look nice, I wear clothes that are comfortable, that fit me, I put on makeup as much as I can. Some days I don't put on makeup, depending on how I feel. So basically, putting myself as I am is something personal, not just because of the title, but I also do it because it helps me with my daily life too. Yeah.
That's pretty wonderful. And obviously we talked behind cameras as well, off cameras. I asked you regarding a previous Miss Tanzania that was there, and you said how they are empowering women on the side. So obviously you're Miss Tanzania, and realistically there are young girls looking up to you like, oh, she's Miss Tanzania and everything. So how do you plan to use your platform to empower the youth and young women that are out there that maybe want to become like Tracy one day?
Okay, I remember we were having this short discussion. I didn't use the term empower, I used the term inspire. I don't like using the term empower because it feels like women in general are inferior. We already have the power. It's not the matter of us getting the power, it's the matter of us being inspired. It's the matter of the whole community being able to tell women that you can do it. You just have to go take the leap of faith and just do it. Because after you say empower, it's like, okay, women are not powerful, they have to be empowered, they have to be given the power. But we go through so much. All these successful men, they came from a woman. So if a woman can go through all that pressure, all that hardship, all that emotional and physical stress and torture, that means that she's very powerful. So I wouldn't want to say empower, I would say inspire, because we already have the power. What's left is just the inspiration to help us move forward. Yeah.
That's really nice. She said, like, women, they already have the power. I remember there's one day I was sitting with my family, and my grandma was there, my parents were there. You know, in that one room, we were like 20 people. Just imagine 20 people, and all of us came from just one woman. You can imagine how powerful and how strong women are. So as for Tracy, yeah, just keep inspiring other females and the world in general. So there are a lot of ways that someone can do to contribute to the change in society. For example, you can have a business that provides value to people and is valuable, so people get valuable items from you, and it helps shaping the world and contributing to the development of the society. For example, here at MYD Podcast, we try to help people to make their own destiny by giving them valuable information that will help them through their journeys. And honestly, a lot of people send us DMs, send us messages that, something that you talked about, it really helped me. It really motivated me to become better. So Tracy, how does beauty contribute to change in the society that we live in?
Okay, so beauty as itself is quite different to everyone. Everybody has their own definition of beauty. But when it comes to beauty contest, people usually think it's just about the looks and the walk, the appearance, the aura, but it's also what you have to offer within. But it's also seeing how you can use what you have to bring out the best in other people. So I feel like the whole essence of the beauty contest really helps shape all the young girls, because when we enter boot camp before the finals, we stay for like a month or like 4 or 3 weeks. During that time, you learn a lot because you meet so many different people. So if you had a perception about something that wasn't really good, maybe in the past, you meet new people that give you new ideas, so you learn a lot. You also learn a lot about discipline, because you have a timetable. You have to wake up at this time you have breakfast, this time you have this activity. So that whole schedule that you go through back and forth during boot camp helps you shape you entirely to go face the world after the competition. So even if you don't get a good placement, even if you don't get the crown, you leave with something that was gonna help you lifelong. So I am pretty sure all the girls who have contested before for any beauty pageant, I'm pretty sure the way they got in and the way they came out was two different things. You learn so much, so many valuable things that will help you lifelong. So apart from just achievements and accomplishments, it's more of a learning experience. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, as you said, in every journey there's their own way of learning things and crafting, and you said contributing to the society. Talking about what you just said, I remember one day we released the episode of how to start a company and everything. I remember as soon as we released it, the next day in the morning, I saw a comment that someone and their friend wanted to register a company and they didn't know anything. Obviously, they wanted to do research and everything, and they found our podcast and they ended up using our podcast as a stepping tool on how to open a company. So as you said, yeah, everything that you do leaves an impact. We still have haters, and I still love you guys. Please stay there. Keep on hating. You're the person that pushes me to get more followers. So keep on doing that. Yeah. But anyways, how do you deal with haters?
Okay, I meditate a lot. So meditation has helped me be calm in very, very harsh situations. Because I remember just when you had finished the Miss High Learning competitions, after winning and everything, so many accusations came. Tracy isn't Tanzanian. How come she speaks such good English? I was really surprised seeing such a comment, because I feel like people are just not exposed as much as yet. You know, as Fizo said in one of the episodes, people are not thinking in dollars. Yeah, so you need to think. Yeah, so people need to like think outside. Need to know kwamba it's not just Tanzania. It's not just Africa we're living in. We're living with so many different people, and it has to reach a time where you can't. Okay, yes, it's good to be proud of your culture and everything, but then you also have to. We depend on one another. No one is like self-dependent. So staying in like I don't want to learn English, me don't get to Swahili, it's not going to help you. It's going to make you more ignorant. But learning new things, you get to be more exposed, as I said before. So a lot of comments were coming as in she's not Tanzanian, she's not in university, how come she contested, and then it cooled down, because usually I just read the comments and I just let them go, to be honest. I don't take time to like put them into consideration or maybe think about it, because I know after that it's just 24 hours in a day. 24 hours will end, a new day will come. So there's no point of reminiscing on just one comment of a person you don't even know. Yeah, so just move on forward. People are going to talk. Whether you do something good, whether you don't, people are still going to talk. So I really try my best not to put it into any consideration or even think about it. I'll read it and just let it go.
You talked about exposure. You know, exposure is very important. Most people don't know the importance of exposure, but exposure removes ignorance. I'll refer to Fizo. Shout out to Fizo. Fizo said exposure is the enemy to ignorance. So when you're exposed, you won't be such an ignorant person. Although a lot of people hated on Fizo that day when he said that, but yeah, it is what it is. The truth is the truth. So guys, if you want Fizo to come back to the episode, just comment down Fizo. If we get 100 comments saying Fizo, we'll bring Fizo back to the podcast. What do you think?
I think you should bring him back.
100 comments.
100 comments
About Fizo.
About Fizo. Yeah. But also talking about making your own destiny, I'm sure right now there's young women, there's ladies right there right now watching what you're doing, and I want you to give them a piece of advice, as if you're talking to them right now face to face, and let's say they're looking to make their own destiny right now. They looked at you and they're very proud of what you're doing. So what's one advice you can give them to make their own destiny as a woman?
Okay, first thing I would say, what is for you will always find you. So no matter how many years it's going to take, no matter how many setbacks you go through, no matter how many discouragements you're going to get through the way, what is for you will simply find you. And if it's not for you, it won't come to you. So there's no point in complaining. I used to complain a lot. I used to be such a crybaby. Any small inconvenience, I would cry, I would complain. But then I came across this book and it talked about the whole point of like complaining and how it doesn't help at all. So the first thing you should know, that what is for you will always come to you. And also one thing that I would advise is always stay in your own lane, because when you move into somebody else's lane, when you move into somebody else's life and you start competing with somebody else, you're in somebody else's traffic. But when you stay in your lane, there's no traffic. You move as slow as you can. You take as many breaks as you need to reach where you want to go, because you're not competing with anyone. As I said earlier, you're competing with yourself. So making sure you know what you want, taking time to invest in yourself. It's really easy for someone to mention at least, I would say even 10 characteristics about you. If someone asked me to say something about you, Montey, I would say, okay, he's charming, he's very funny, he's very kind. You know, it will really, really fast to identify. But if you come and ask me, tell me about yourself, tell me 5 deep things about yourself, I'll get stuck. I won't be able to answer. And that's something that if you ask so many people, it's really true, because people don't get time to reflect back on their own lives. People are so busy in other people's businesses, and that's why we never get to move forward. Everybody's complaining. I'm at the same point every day, but that's because you're praying for something, but you're busy in somebody else's prayers, not on your own prayer. So you get distracted. So always knowing, always invest in yourself. Know yourself first. That's gonna help you go through so many milestones. So don't be in a rush. Yeah, never be in a rush to reach anywhere or do anything. it's good to move fast, but don't be in a rush to a point where you settle for mediocrity. No, don't. Yeah,
it's very, very true. We always talk about investing in this podcast, but before, people always rush to invest, let's say, in real estate. People rush to invest in businesses, but they don't know that the best investment ever that you can make is investing in yourself first. Because if you don't invest in yourself, you can lose in other investments. Like, you should always invest in yourself. When I say invest in yourself, I mean investing in your education, investing in your health, investing in your relationships, because all these investments that you are making for yourself, they are the ones that will pay off and will enable you to invest even in more stuffs that are not yourself. Tracy, as a woman, women get a lot of temptations. Why? Because women, they're born with value. Like, immediately when a woman is born, she has value in herself. It's different from men. As men, we have to work hard to be valuable. We have to work hard for even someone to care about us, right? I remember there's one statistics that I saw. It said that normally in a day, a woman can get about 30 DMs from men who want her, right? And if you go outside, on an average day, you can get approached by 30-40 guys. Like, they just want to talk to you. Like, that's a fact, right? So if you take, let's say, on your DMs 30, on the road 30, 60 people a day, if you multiply that by the whole year, that's like 21,900 men trying to approach you every day. And I've actually seen a lot of DMs from girls' accounts. There's a lot going on in those DMs. Some men, they cannot even approach. They just come to you like, yo, I've seen one DM, like, this guy was asking one girl, like, yeah, can I send you $1,000 right now? Those DMs are very tempting. I know some people even send like dick pics, just to show how blessed they are. Right? They are very crazy DMs, Monty. You should... So you find a very ordinary girl, maybe just a 6 or a 3 out of 10. She'll still get like 40, 50 guys trying to approach her every single day. So Tracy, you're a woman and you're not ordinary because you're Miss Tanzania. So you are in the spotlight. So I can imagine your numbers can be very high, even higher than 60 per day. So how do you handle those kind of temptations?
Okay, starting with social media, it's inevitable, as you said. It's really hard you can't prevent it because you guys are men, you have your desires and everything. I mean, like, yes, you're shooting your shots. It's not wrong. Am I wrong? Yes.
You're topping something with sticks.
So, okay, the first question, when you get to that kind of encounter, kwa sababu wanakuja ni so many different types of men. Some are, I would say, they're gentlemen, they're very well-mannered, they have a certain type of success, a certain type of achievement. Wengine, anyone kabisa, they're still lost. Wengine kabisa, they're not serious. So the first question, I feel like every girl, every woman should ask themselves is, am I looking for a man at that point? If the answer is no, I don't think any of these encounters will be a problem to you. Because if you're not looking for a man, you won't even be bothered kwanza kujibu the DMs. Kwa sababu, personally for me, if you DM me, even like before, ukinitumia too high and I don't know you, I won't answer your DM. Kwa sababu, I really like for you to go straight to the point. Maybe, hi, my name is Montey. Okay, I would like to invite you for my podcast. So if you had come to me with hi, I wouldn't have answered. Because
if someone comes to you like, hi,
again, the same question. Am I looking for a man? Am I looking to be in a relationship at that time? If it's no, then no. I'll just tell you to the point, no.
I think the audience wants to know. Is Miss Tanzania looking for a man?
No, I'm not.
And what if someone comes and say, hi,
Mm-hmm.
I want to take you, let's say, to the Maldives next weekend? Will you say yes or no?
I don't even know you.
But you want to go to Maldives?
No, I can take myself. I know I can't take myself right now,
Women,
but I'll take
I love
myself
this.
someday.
Yes.
So.
I love that. She doesn't care about no men's money. Get out of here.
Yeah.
It's not the petty women that are home.
How many DMs do you get per day?
I don't check them I try to. I check most of my emails compared to my DMs. So it's really hard to know how many I get per day, but quite a lot. Not going to lie. Yeah.
And what's the best DM that you have ever gotten? Like you say, okay, this one is a good one.
The best.
Yeah.
The best.
Could be a business, could be a man,
Yeah.
could be from a woman, could be
Okay.
from a celebrity.
Okay, so it was after the Miss Tanzania competitions. It was like a week after. I was still trying to like be able to answer all my DMs. Congratulations! Everybody was texting. Everybody's like happy for you. And I came across one text from my friend. He's called Sharif, and he said, "Tracy, did you know? I wish you knew the whole event was made just for you." The whole Miss Tanzania, because after winning, he was like, "Tracy, you know, the whole event was made just for you. You were destined for you to win Miss Tanzania." So that was like really. I always look at that message every single day when I wake up in the morning. I'm like,
I mean, guys.
yes, yeah.
And guys, that was Tracy, Miss Tanzania 2023. I hope you guys go follow our social media platforms. I hope you guys support her in her journey and making her own destiny. Obviously, she has said a lot of facts. She has shared a lot of things. Obviously, coming to the end, you have to have a little bit of banter. And for the guys that are looking to jump in the DMs, obviously she said she's not looking for a man. But for the girls, please take notes. It's not every day you just take a man and just accept it. Are you looking for a man? Don't be cheating out here. But moving forward is the usual. Whenever we have a guest, we want to do something fun for you guys to know them better. Fire questions. And today, it is not prepared by me. Today is prepared by my co-host Mussa. So Mussa, let's go. Give Tracy a bit of fire questions.
You know, Monty, I have engaged with a lot of previous Miss Tanzanians. I can say by far, Tracy is the smartest Miss Tanzanian.
Round of applause.
You. Thank you.
Give a little round of applause for that. Come on, directors. Let's go. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, that's very true, because she didn't just stay here as a Miss Tanzania. Like, she sat here Miss Tanzania and she said what she wanted to say. Like, she wants to use her platform to share some messages. And my takeaway is push yourself and you get pushed. But also she said that your composition is only you. Don't look at yourself somewhere. Be better than tomorrow. Like, she said a lot of things. So Tracy, thank you very much for your messages. Thank you for your advice. Mussa, hit it.
So, Tracy, what's the first thing that you do in the morning?
Okay, first thing I do in the morning is I do my daily affirmations. So I believe in manifestation. I don't know if you guys believe in manifestation. It really works. You should try it. So I usually do my morning affirmations first thing in the morning, even when I'm still in bed, or maybe I got up to go to the washroom. That's the first thing I do, my morning affirmations. And the simple affirmations that I do, so it says, what is for me will simply find me. I'm a money magnet, and I don't chase, I attract. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yes, I don't chase, I attract. What is simply for me will find me, and I'm a money magnet. Yeah, that's the first three sentences I say in the morning.
So, do you ever go to the mirror in the morning and sit there and be like, wow, I am Tracy Nabukera?
Yeah, I do a lot. I have so many conversations with my mirror, because every time I'm stressed out, I look for a mirror, I talk to myself. If I'm crying, I don't know, it's weird. It's very weird. I like seeing myself when I cry. I like seeing how sometimes it's good to feel the pain to actually have the passion to move from the situation you're in. So I usually take some time to see myself crying. I know it's strange, but I take some time to see myself crying in the mirror. I talk to myself a lot when I have panic attacks. So maybe I have an interview before I go on set. I'll always ask for washroom. Hopefully you'll have a mirror. I'll talk to myself a bit and then I'll come and everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, coffee or tea?
Tea.
One book that has changed your life?
Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy.
Wow. I like Brian Tracy, man. Favorite place that you have ever visited?
Zanzibar.
Your go-to comfort food?
Okay. Chipsi, Paja, and Pepsi, Baridiiii.
Very specific.
If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
Okay. So, tricky question. I would really want to meet Maya Angelo.
Maya Angelo.
Yeah, she was a poet. Yeah.
Oh. What's one thing on your bucket list? Name one.
I think I've done quite most of them. Let me think of one that I haven't done yet. Yeah, but it's not one of like the things I'm really looking forward to doing. Let me answer this at the end of. Let me think of what I really want to do.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Okay. I'm very quiet. I'm not talkative. I'm quiet. I'm very, I would say, assertive. Yes, I'm quiet, assertive, and I would say I'm very loving. I would like to describe myself as very loving.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
I'm not a morning person. I'm more of a night person.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie? That will have to be Intergalactic. I'm not sure if you've seen it. It's on Netflix. Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
The most used app on your phone?
For now, I would say TikTok. Yeah, TikTok, then Instagram.
Yeah, so guys, we have TikTok as well. If you want to follow us on TikTok, just go to MOD Podcast on TikTok. We're really blowing up over there on TikTok, man. It's crazy what's going on there.
We have 1,500 followers until we get to 10,000 followers. So guys, make sure you give it a follow. Shout it out. You guys are the reason why we're blowing up.
What's your dream job?
To be a fashion designer.
What's the first concert that you have ever attended?
Okay, the first one was Mussa. He was performing at Kidimbwe. I think that was my first concert. Yeah.
So if I told you you only have to eat one meal for the rest of your life, just one meal, what would it be?
Anything that has chicken with it.
You heard it. Black people have chicken, man. Name one skill that you would love to master.
I've always liked to be a psychologist or a therapist. I don't know if it's a skill. I'm pretty sure you have to have a certain skill to become like a psychologist or a therapist. So I would say any skill that would help me become a therapist or a psychologist, I would really like to know that skill.
What's your most guilty pleasure?
My most guilty pleasure, Chipsi.
Beach vacation or mountain getaway?
Beach vacation.
Diamond Platnumz or Kiba?
Damn.
Diamond, yeah.
Samia, Suluhu, Hassan or John Pombe Magufuli?
Samia.
Shout out to Mama Samia. Actually, we would love to have Mama Samia one day on our podcast here. I have a lot of questions to ask her.
It's in my bucket list. With the help of God, with the help of you guys pushing, we will get the president on this podcast. Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, if you're watching this, we formally inviting you to our podcast.
Yeah, so anyone watching this, please just send this to Mama Samia's DM. Just flood her with MOD podcast. We want her to be here so that we can ask her questions. Anyways, that's it for today's fire questions.
And that's our episode today, guys. This is Tracy Nabukera, Miss Tanzania 2023. She's looking forward to going to Miss World. Hope you guys support her. Hope you guys go follow her. Hope you guys follow all our pages. And make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and comment down below if you guys want to see Fizo again on this episode. If we get 100 comments, we're going to bring back Fizo. So guys, please, let's wait for the next episode. Tune in.